As Marilyn Manson has resumed his music career, he still has a lot of ongoing civil litigation working its way through the courts, as well as that long-standing criminal investigation stemming from a 2021 raid on Manson's home, likely related to the similar allegations levied against him that have led to those civil matters. But we've gone years without having any sort of an update from the DA's office in LA, and now we have a new update where they allege that they are looking into some new evidence and working on some new leads in this case against Manson. It's now been 2 years since the LA County Sheriff's Office submitted their findings of an investigation to the DA after a long-standing investigation into musician Marilyn Manson, who's faced multiple allegations of abuse and assault from multiple different women. The civil cases are working their way through the courts, including a lawsuit filed by Manson against actress Evan Rachel Wood, his former partner. 2 years ago, they had already been investigating Manson for over 19 months, so the sheriff's office submitted their findings of that lengthy investigation to the DA's office. Then, the DA, George Gascon, offered an update on the investigation. At the time, he said, "The Brian Warner matter is still under investigation by the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department and has not yet been submitted to our office. Please be assured that we are requesting regular updates on the status of the investigation. The district attorney is committed to investing in trauma-informed care for all victims of sexual assault, abuse, and intimate partner violence. We understand how difficult it may be to come forward as a victim, especially when the case involves this level of notoriety, and are dedicated to treating all victims with the highest levels of care and respect. Once we have received the case, it'll be carefully evaluated by an experienced prosecutor to determine if it is appropriate to file charges at this time. We are hopeful that the LASD will present the case to us sometime this month." In November of 2021, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department raided Marilyn Manson's home, executing a search warrant. A rep for the LASD told Rolling Stone at the time, "During the search, detectives seized items such as media storage devices." But for years now, there hasn't been any new information on that long-standing investigation into Marilyn Manson. And based on that past statement from 2 years ago, it sounded as though the case might have been winding down. But in a statement published last night on the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office website, they revealed they're looking into new leads in the criminal investigation into Marilyn Manson. It says, "Statement from Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gascon on the status of Brian Warner, aka Marilyn Manson's case review by the office's Sex Crimes Division." It reads, "Experienced prosecutors from our office's Sex Crimes Division are carefully reviewing new leads and additional evidence that continue to come to our attention from the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department's investigation. New evidence has emerged within the last few weeks, adding to an already extensive case file presented to our office by the LASD. It is our office's responsibility to ensure that we have a complete picture of the admissible evidence available before making a filing decision. Senior staff members have met with victims, and our prosecutors continue to remain in contact with the victims and their representatives throughout the process. We are committed to making sure they are treated with dignity and respect. I have received requests from victims to meet personally to discuss the case. However, as the case is being investigated, it would be inappropriate for me, as district attorney, to meet with victims during this time. We anticipate making a filing decision soon, and will provide an update when that time comes. At that time, I look forward to meeting with the victims to discuss how my office can continue to support them." So there's a lot happening here in this investigation, which has been going on for many years now at this point. And we haven't had an update on the investigation for quite some time. And the wording of this statement is interesting because you can look at this from a variety of different perspectives. Number one, he points out that there have been requests from the accusers of Manson to meet with him, and he's saying, hey, it wouldn't be appropriate for me to meet with you at this time. And then also at the same time that he is investigating new leads, they're looking into new information that has come forward. But then also he says that they expect to have a decision soon. Now, we heard that a couple of years ago and nothing ever happened as a result of it. But I would imagine if they felt as though they had enough to charge Manson, he would already be in custody at this point and not be out on tour. But as of now, that has not yet occurred. So we're going to have to see. It's very hard to predict the outcomes of these situations. You have to let these situations evolve and see where it ends up. But as of now, nothing has happened, and it sounds like a decision will be made in the near future. We've heard in the past, according to TMZ, they had sources at the time a couple of years ago saying, based on that past information, there wasn't, they didn't think that Manson was going to be facing charges, and it's been years now that investigation has been ongoing, and that has not yet occurred. But you do have these new leads and this new information they're following up on. In some ways, it sounds to me as though they're trying to convey, hey, look, we're doing our due diligence here, and we have conducted a very, very comprehensive investigation into this. In the event that Manson doesn't end up being charged, they want to convey that, hey, we've looked into this extensively and really put this under a microscope. But again, you never know. He could potentially be charged. It is a criminal investigation, and they are putting out there that they are pursuing new leads. So we're just going to have to see where the facts follow. But as of now, it says that they're going to have a charging decision soon, and then after that, they will look at potentially meeting with the accusers and things of that nature. But we'll have to see how this all plays out. It'll be hard to predict any outcomes, just in the same with this pending civil litigation that's going on with Manson filing that suit against Evan Rachel Wood. A lot going on, and of course he has his new record coming out next month as well. That's your latest update here from Rockfeed. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for the latest news and updates.